United States is currently facing a shortage of baby food all across the country. And the worst news is that this problem is continuing to get worse. A new study by Data Assembly shows that baby formula out-of-stock rates continue to climb. In April, it hit an astonishing 31%. The situation appears to be getting worse. For the first 7 months of 2021, OOS out-of-stock percentages were relatively stable and fluctuated between 2 and 8%. In July, OOS percentage moved into the double digits. Moreover, an increase began towards the end of November, when the rates increased from 11% nationwide to 31% by early April. It's notable that overall prices didn't increase when out-of-stock percentages started to increase. For example, in January, the average out-of-stock rate of all baby formula products was 3.3%, and the average price was $24.37. But then in March, when the average out-of-stock rate was 28.4%, the average price hit 26.21%, resulting in a 7% difference. Even during November and December, when OOS was hovering between 24 and 27%, the average price was between $24 and $25. Their prediction is that this situation is going to exacerbate. Bob Reich, the founder and CEO of Data Assembly, said inflation, supply chain shortages, and product recalls have brought an unprecedented amount of volatility for baby formula. We expect to continue to see the baby formula category being dramatically affected by these conditions. Baby formula stock, which has been one of the most affected categories so far in 2022, and one that will continue to demonstrate higher than average out-of-stock levels. Many of the places that are out of stock are beginning to see worsening conditions. Some areas like Connecticut, Delaware, Montana, New Jersey, Rhode Island, Texas, and Washington. According to USA Today, retailers like CVS, Walgreens, and Target are actually rationing the quantity of formula that customers can purchase. Walgreens and CVS are limiting shoppers to 3 formula products per transaction. Target is limiting consumers up to 4 formula products per transaction. One of the main questions is, why is this happening? After all, it's not like the price of baby food has been going up. The main culprit has been a series of baby food recalls, meaning a lot of the food had to be asked to be returned to the manufacturer because it was dangerous for babies to eat. There seems to be some sort of systemic problem with the baby food all across the country. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and state and local partners have been carrying out investigations into a rise in infant illness due to tainted formula. Most of it seems to be traced back to the pharmaceutical company Abbott's Nutrition Michigan facility. As a result of investigations, several powdered baby formulas, including Similac, were recalled. According to the Oregonian, in total, the investigation includes 4 reports of Chronobacter sakazaki infections in infants and 1 complaint of Salmonella Newport infection in an infant, the FDA said. All 5 illnesses resulted in hospitalization, and Chronobacter may have contributed to the death in 2 patients, according to the FDA. The American Academy of Pediatrics published a statement about this very situation, citing mainly supply chain issues, and offered some advice for parents. Ask your pediatrician if he or she is able to get the baby formula from local company representatives. Check smaller stores or drugstores when bigger stores are low stocked. Purchase formula online that is from well-recognized distributors and pharmacies. The agency also urged parents to avoid doing the following. Water down the formula, as this can cause nutritional imbalances in the baby, causing serious health problems. Use homemade formula, as it also will not fulfill a baby's nutritional needs. Give an infant under 6 months of age any milk alternatives such as almond, soy, or other plant-based supplements. This is a very disturbing situation for the American public to find itself in. The most vulnerable members of society, those being babies and infants, are being directly harmed as a result of this. And it appears mainly stemmed not just from the general lack of supply chain, as many products around the world are facing right now, but the fact that a recall for the formula, which appears to have killed multiple infants, is frightening. But where are all the isn't this the situation where we hear like this is what it's like under socialism? There was no mass baby poisonings under communism. That's what I meant to say. This is what it's like under socialism. You know how they always tend to do that. You know, say like, oh, this is what it's like under socialism. Every time something happens in capitalism that capitalism directly causes. But it's very frightening in this situation because, you know, babies can't fend for themselves. They rely on other people and people in general not to be evil towards them. So this is a very scary development here, and that these babies are in danger from tainted food. So if you do have a child, there's a list of things that you can do that was given by the American Academy of Pediatrics and other things that you can follow. Hopefully this situation for infants gets better. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.